Well, Steve, what did you make of that first pre-season friendly in front of the supporters?
It was a good occasion, nice occasion to see so many fans coming and supporting the team and supporting everybody that's involved with the football club. It looks like they're going to be behind us from what I've seen today. I thought the game was a good workout for us. We've got to play games on this surface, so from that point of view, it's a good workout. We're going to have to play the first game of the season on this in front of the cameras, so we've got to get used to it. So from that point of view, as I say, it's a little step forward. We've got a lot of work to do still. I've only really probably taken the team up for a couple of training sessions in the first week, so but I'm happy where they are at the moment.
So many new players and so many smiling faces as well.
That's nice to see, isn't it? In football, because I suppose in the last three years or so, it's been very difficult. So it's nice to see so many people enjoying coming and watching the team and supporting the team, and the players themselves enjoying being part of the team as well. So that's something that I'm keen to, improve. We want that unity, and we want to be together when we lose and when we win. We've just got to be positive. And as I say, today was just a little step where I've seen a few things that I've quite enjoyed.
David Mooney, of course, one of those summer signings, but a player that the supporters know well, and he enjoyed his goal.
Yeah, that's what he does basically. He can pop up in the box. He knows where to be, where it's going to drop. He's got great, in terms of knowing where things are going to land and then executing it at the end. He's got that little bit of quality, and he shows that in games. As I say, 1-0 down, we showed a bit of character to come back into the game with a young group in the first half, and he led the way.
And McCauley in the second half?
Yeah, he was good. It's always nice to the strikers scoring goals pre-season. It just gives them that little bit of confidence going into the next game. And obviously, again, McCauley's only trained one day, I think, so we've not seen a great deal of him, but he's been training with Colchester, so he's fit, and as you can see, he's willing to chase and work and for the team, which is what we want, what we need at the moment.
On the team sheet, it said there were a couple of trialists. In these days of social media, the supporters enjoy trying to work out who they were. They think one of them was Josh Taylor, who might have grabbed 2 goals.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered how you go ahead, forward with those things. I'm not bothered if they call them trialists or they want to reveal who they are. But I'm sure with social media and things like that, people soon know who everybody is, and people know you're going to sign next. So they know before I do. But that's just how it is. And as I say, we're having a good bit of banter over the far side with regards to Josh. So he couldn't have done any more, I suppose, to impress. So we'll have a little bit more look at him next Tuesday.
I don't think he gets many points for working out it was Michael Gash in the second half as well.
Yeah, crash bang wallop Gash. Yeah. No, he's been brilliant. I've only been here, as I say, first week, and great lad. He's a bit behind, probably about 2 months behind where he should be. He's had as a cruise ship, he's had a knee problem, but he's in the next maybe 2 months he'll be fit. So as I say, you have to make decisions of whether they're what you want or what you need at the moment. And we've got Moons, and we've got Bonnie now, and we've got a couple of the young lads that can play up there as well. So it's difficult for him to force his way into this group. So, but in terms of a lad and what he's got to offer, I think that going forward for him, there's something there for him.
I think it's 8 arrivals now, isn't it? How many more might there be?
Well, there's definitely 3 that I know of. Obviously, I was involved in that with Martin, but we're still looking for 2 or 3 other positions, I think, before we're finished. So, we virtually had to build the squad from nothing. 2 weeks ago, we had about 8 players. So, myself and Martin, that's all we've been doing, just recruitment and looking at, talking to agents and looking at players and inviting players in to look at. And we've just spent the majority of the days trying to improve the squad and get the best quality we can.
Now, the National League is unusual because there are so many matches played in August. Will Leyton Orient be ready for those games?
We're probably a little bit behind, but we'll be as ready as we can be. We're working hard to be, try and get up to speed with a few of the things, morning, afternoons, without trying to put the players through too much too early. We obviously don't want them to break down at the same time, but I think from my point of view, we're probably, I'd have started back a lot earlier and had that squad in place 2 weeks before we came back, but that wasn't to be because of the timing. So there's not a lot we could have done about that. All we can do is try and get this group together and trying to get a good start to the season, and hopefully we can do that.
And what about the pre-season fixtures that have been put in place? Are they providing stern enough opposition to really test your group of players?
Well, they were done obviously before I came, so you know, I think you've got to try and get a variety of levels, and this is a good start. You know, I would have liked as many of these types of games, you know, maybe Conference South teams, as many of those as possible, to try and test us as much as possible without playing any conference teams. The league teams, you want to try and play teams that play a little bit similar, but we haven't obviously got that. Obviously we had Tottenham, and we've got Arsenal, the final league game, which will be very different, I'm sure, to what we're going to be used to in the National League. But I think you do. I still think you need variety. You know, teams that today we've been able to have a lot of the ball. Arsenal probably won't. You know, it's about what we do out of possession. So he'll test us in that respect. So there'll be games this season when we don't have a lot of the ball, or for some reason we don't get control of the game, and we have to show our defensive qualities. So I think from a work ethic, those games are excellent. Now, Tottenham I think we only had about 20% of the ball that day, but we did a lot of running. So from a fitness point of view, it was a good workout for us.
And finally, for me, there was an announcement over the tannoy that a Leyton Orient player had to go to hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Was that serious?
That was kept quiet, wasn't it? Someone had to move the car.
How worried should we be?
No, he's all right. He's just got a little nick, and
Was it Lawless?
Yeah, he's just got a little nick on his eye, so he just needs a couple of stitches, I think. So, and luckily, I think his wife's a paramedic, so she took him down there and sorted it out for him. So, but yeah, he's okay. It's just a little nick on the corner of his eye. That's not going to keep him out of training next week, I'm sure.